کمپ اشرف و سیاست درقبال ایران. کنفرانس بین المللی بروکسل با حضور رئیس جمهور برگزیده مقاومت 5 بهمن 1389 25 ژانویه 2011. ژنرال جیمز جونز، مشاور امنیت ملی رئیس جمهور اوباما 2009-2010، فرمانده عالی نیروهای متحدین در اروپا 2003-2006. بیل ریچاردسون، کاندیدای ریاست جمهوری، وزیر انرژی آمریکا 1998-2001، سفیر ایالات متحده در سازمان ملل 1997-1998، فرماندار نیومکسیکو 2003-2011، نماینده ویژه پرزیدنت اوباما در مذاکرات هسته‌ای با کره شمالی، نماینده در سازمان کشورهای آمریکایی، عضو مجلس نمایندگان. سفیر دیل دیلی، مسئول بخش تروریسم وزارت خارجه آمریکا 2007-2009. مایکل موکیزی، وزیر دادگستری 2007-2009، ریاست دادگاه، قاضی فدرال. جان بولتون، معاون وزیر خارجه 2001-2005، سفیر ایالات متحده در سازمان ملل 2005-2006. روت وجوود، حقوقدان برجسته ایالات متحده، عضو هیئت امنای سیاست دفاعی آمریکا 2003-2009، رئیس بخش حقوق بین الملل و دیپلماسی دانشگاه جان هاپکینز.
Our next speaker was the former National Security Advisor to President Obama up until November last year. He is also former Supreme Allied Commander Europe, where he led all military operations for NATO. And in 2007, after 40 years of military service, he was appointed as the State Department Special Envoy for Middle East Regional Security. So I think in that capacity we have one of the leading experts from the US, one of the leading experts in the world on the subject matter we're discussing at this conference today. So it's my great pleasure to invite to take the floor General James L. Jones.
Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for the opportunity to spend a few moments with you to talk about a very, very important subject. I'd like to thank the organizers for including me and finding me worthy to be here. I would like to thank everyone here in the audience for your passion and your commitment to one of the world's biggest challenges, and in many cases the courage and the sacrifice that many of you have made towards this tremendously worthwhile goal. I think the reason that we are all here is to underscore the threat to the global world order posed by the current Iranian government and its actions, and its threat to peace and stability in the world, and not just the region, I mean the world, and to the human rights, the threat to human rights and opportunities for a better life that is rightly the privilege of all Iranians, and those who are held hostages in Iranian jails today, including 3 innocent Americans, and anyone who suffers under the Iranian tyranny. President of the United States, President Obama, has, in my personal view, has articulated U.S. aspirations and goals for how the United States hopes to interact with all other nations. And he did so in 2009 in really 3 major speeches. Now, the first, obviously, was his inaugural address on January 20th, 2009. The next one was in Cairo later that year, and the third one was when he accepted the Nobel Peace Prize, again, still later. All 3 of these policy statements offered the opportunity for new beginnings based on human dignity, respect for other cultures, religious freedom, and the rights of all men and women to be free. A fourth presidential statement was also important, and I think I should mention and reemphasize the importance of that statement. And it bears repeating, and I quote, "The President of the United States said affirmatively, 'We will prevent Iran from becoming a nuclear weapons capable state,' unquote." This forms today's basis for American policy with regard to Iran's nuclear program. And we are committed to the success of the journey, and for our own, not only for our own national security, but for the international security of the world. This is not a backyard problem. Iran is not simply a local problem. It is not even a regional problem anymore. As was said several times before, and I associate myself with that description, this is a global problem. And we must think about it, and we must believe the following. A nuclear-capable Iran is bad enough for the world to contemplate, for many obvious reasons. But worse than that is that it will certainly trigger a nuclear arms race among other countries in the region. And still worse than that, Iran could export, if it acquires the technology, that technology to terrorists and their subsidiaries. And when that happens, the world as we know it will be changed. So the moment is historic for all of us, because that change will not be good.